morning, parts of the city have turned purple with Flinders Street Station illuminated. Looking spectacular. Isabel Stashkovsky is there and joins us now. Isa, good morning. Is the city ready?
The city is certainly ready for it. We've got a little heart earrings on. We've got some friendship bracelets too. Everyone is really up and about. And I can tell you that going through the city, walking through the city, you can hear people talking about where they've come from. There are groups walking around with their friendship bracelets on, mums and dads with their kids who've driven very far to be here in Melbourne for this weekend of concerts. They're staying at all the hotels and they're wining and dining at all the restaurants too. There certainly is a lot of advice around travel today. And that advice is certainly not to drive. Take a tram, take a free shuttle bus, take the train. There are so many additional services on, and some people are even going to be taking boats up the Yarra to get to the MCG, which should be pretty spectacular. If you are going to be jumping on a tram, some tram stops in the city are even going to be playing some of Taylor's biggest hits between 1 and 8, so that is pretty groovy as well. Taylor Swift fans are certainly getting very excited. We've spoken to some overnight who are super fans, and we've even seen a little bit of love on our airplanes as well. One Qantas flight, some fans getting asked to sing Cruel Summer. Check it out.
I will be crying.
We come from China to see the Taylor Swift.
I can't wait to see her on Saturday. I'm counting days, I'm counting miles to see you there, Tay.
Very, very excited.
We are so excited.
I've been a Swiftie since I was like 10, which is
we've
like
been
15 years ago.
We got tickets in June and have been prepping ever since.
Reputation Taylor's version! Melbourne! Biggest show she's ever done! 100,000 people!
Every night that summer, this is still my thing. Whatever it's worth. I love you, ain't that the worst thing you ever heard? He non-stop grinning like a devil, it's you.
That is just so good, isn't it? And if you think this is big for the fans, this is also huge for Taylor Swift. These are going to be some record-breaking crowds for her. We're going to have a great weekend in Melbourne. It is Sydney's turn next. And if you are overhearing about Taylor Swift, well, let me tell you, the economic impact is pretty impressive. So that might catch your attention. This is expected to inject $1.2 billion, yes, billion dollars into the state's economy.
That is huge, Isa. Thank you. AT's first Aussie show just hours away. Ticket Tech is bracing for potential chaos at Melbourne's MCG over fears some fans may be caught out in elaborate ticketing scams.
So how can you be sure your ticket will get you through the doors and you won't be turned away like at the last minute like those guys were? Let's bring in today tech expert Trevor Long. Trev, good morning, mate.
Morning.
Good to see you. How do we know we've got a legitimate ticket?
Yeah, it's a really tough one at this last minute as well. But the most important thing is if you didn't buy it from Ticket Tech, you need to really be thinking hard about how you got it and what process was gone through. So basically, if it's not in the Ticket Tech app, there's a big chance that it's not a legitimate ticket. There's a lot of third-party websites that were selling tickets that had barcodes on them over the last few weeks. They're not real tickets. The barcodes only existed as of today for Melbourne, basically in the last couple of days. Sydney tickets for next week don't even have a barcode on them yet. So there are some signs. You can reach out to Ticket Tech if you're worried. I'd be very nervous about people who bought them elsewhere turning up at the gates tonight.
I mean, the reality is there are so many scammers out there and they're becoming so much more sophisticated. So
Yeah.
is there a way of considering the fact that you may not even know and rock up this afternoon?
This is my biggest fear. This is why I wanted to talk about this. We had this story on A Current Affair last week with Deb Knight. This looks like a normal ticket.
Yeah.
It's in my Apple Wallet, but it's a fake ticket because it's got a barcode. That was the obvious way of knowing. And a real ticket appears in the exact same place. That's a real ticket to Taylor Swift there, no barcode.
Right.
So the basic principle here is if you've had a barcode for a few weeks, it's probably not a real ticket. And I really encourage you to check before you turn up and have tears at the gate.
Is there any recourse?
There's not really anything you can do. You turn up and you don't have a legitimate barcode, legitimate ticket, there's nothing you can do. But the thing I think it's really important for the people that have legitimate tickets is friendship bracelets will not get you into the show. You need to do all this now. So 4G and 5G is going to be overwhelmed. So do this now.
Yeah.
Download the app now, get the tickets in your phone, because this is pretty much a digital event. So if you've got a Google smartphone, Android, put the tickets into your Google Wallet. If you've got an Apple phone, put them into your Apple Wallet so you're ready at the gate for to get in.
Any other tips, or is that the main?
You know, the biggest tip I've got, I'm worried about people being able to communicate, people dropping off their kids. Remember, payphones are free.
Okay.
So get your kids, if you're dropping off your teenagers, make sure they've got your phone number written down. So if their phones go flat, find a payphone, and that's how you can get in touch with your parents.
And Trev, can we just show the nation what you've got on your wrist?
Yeah, my daughter Victoria made me friendship bracelets. It's a very important thing.
What do they say?
Well done, you.
Look, they say album names like Debut and Red. One of them says my kid's initials. The other one has the initials Trevor Long from the Today Show, which is very strange.
I was going to say, I hope Today's Show got a mention there.
Yes, there it is
Thank you,
there.
Trevor.
Well done, Trevor. Great advice.
Melbourne, get ready to shake it off. Taylor Swift performs tonight. 260,000 Swifties will descend onto the MCG for one of the biggest events in the city's history. Number one fan, Maggie Rayworth, joins us live. Maggie, the countdown is almost over.
It certainly is, Brooke. It's go time. We're on. Swifties can stop counting down. Right now, I'm here at a penthouse in East Melbourne. And as we know, not everybody could get tickets to Taylor's show. So the owners here have transformed their house into Swiftie land. I'll show you around a little bit. We've just got some cardboard cutouts of Taylor Swift and her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, who she, of course, put on the map. But if you take a look just behind me now, the MCG is right here. Last night, the owners here could hear sound checks taking place. And of course, we've got Swiftie land lit up. So the point of all this is for those who couldn't quite get a ticket can come here, soak up the atmosphere, and just really enjoy having Taylor Swift in the beautiful city of Melbourne. But we are going to bring in Nick and Chris. They're the owners here. And they're big Swifties as well. Just go nice and close, guys. Now, Nick, beautiful reason why they've done this. They've organised the event on Eventbrite, and if anyone wants to come, they can just donate and they can come here. So it's just a donation for a ticket. But Nick, there's a beautiful reason behind it all. You want to raise some money for a good cause.
We thought there's so many people that can't actually go to the concert, so we're raising money for the Royal Children's Hospital Foundation. We want to open up our place and let everyone enjoy it.
Very, very generous. And Chris, you're a huge Taylor Swift fan. Favourite song?
Probably I Knew You Were Trouble When You Walked In. Yeah, I knew you were trouble when you walked in, and now I'm lying on the cold, dark ground. Trouble.
We want people to come. We want people to come. So there you have it. Taylor Swift tonight is set to perform in front of her biggest audience ever. And people here at Swiftie Land might be able to hear a thing or two.
Well, there's a performance happening right there. They might not even need to hear the concert with his rendition. Thank you, Maggie.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
That never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?
Always happens.